This is Paul. Yeah. I was looking at this law dictionary. Yes. And they have what's called a conditional stipulation, a promise, a stipulation to do something upon condition that a specific event or happening takes place. Yeah. It's one of these that in law enforcement, when you're informed of a crime, I would think that every insurance policy of those in every police department would have a conditional stipulation that those employed in law enforcement are obligated to enforce the laws. Now, there are insurance companies that are really looking at what they've insured, because let's say you're an employee of a police department and I've informed you that my rights are being violated, that my sons are being held hostage, that my civil rights are being violated, and you decided you're not going to enforce the law. Now, a lot of insurance companies will have to pay for your decision making because they will. Pooch. But when they actually look at the conditions of every insurance policy of every city, every county, every state, they have to cover the liability of employees that do not do what they were employed to do because of the injury and suffering they've caused to myself and my family for the last 6 years. 6 years. Now, last night I pointed out that it doesn't look like there was any attempt at all at serving me as a respondent, pooch, and the petitioner didn't motion the court. Now, when insurance companies get the facts of the lawsuit and they look at the stipulations of the insurance policy, they're going to, scratch their heads and ask themselves, we insured a city, or we insured a county, or we insured a state, and we were collecting premiums so that the employees that are employed in those various forms of government would do their job so that we wouldn't have any liability. But it turns out that when employees don't do their job, insurance companies look very closely at the stipulations of the insurance policy. Now, insurance policies are issued with certain conditions to do something upon condition that a specific event or happening takes place. Let's say a specific event took place. You decided for the last 2 years that you were going to violate my rights, the rights of the minors, and the subject matter because the law requires. And I informed law enforcement in November of 2015. And I informed law enforcement for the last 22 months. And somebody paid to obstruct my emails and paid those to torture me and my family, and they paid to make sure that I never find out about their top secret way of handling problems. But when you look at the actual stipulations of every insurance policy of every form of government, insurance companies don't play top secret when it involves insurances. I was an insurance man for 16 years, yes. And I would sell annuities and life insurance and long-term care insurance, these different types of health insurances, Medicare supplement, Medicare Advantage plans. I actually did read quite a few insurance policies. Now, as an employee, when the conditions are met for the enforcement of the law and you decide you're not going to do what the law requires, the insurance companies that insure the employees look at the exact stipulations of why they would have to pay out incredible amounts of damages for every sheriff's department, every police department, every oath of office, all of those that are attorneys, judges. I emailed every email address in the Washington State Court Directory. I emailed bar associations. I emailed law schools. Now, when you think about a law school, do they have to insure those that are professors? Because we're doing something right now. It would seem like, since you have to have some of your law professors belonging to a bar association that I'm suing for not policing their own members, it could be that every law school that has knowledge that my civil rights are being violated, that my sons have been held hostage for 6 years, that every law school in America, their insurance company is going to find out what the name Paul C. Budnek means. Now I got to talk to you for a second.